Hey, real life traders from around the world, what's going on? Jeremy Alexander Newsom here with reallifetrading.com. Hope you're doing simply fantastic. It is Friday, of course, and it is the 6th of May. I hope you have a lot of weekend plans. Excited for some great weather here in Nashville, per the usual. Had a fantastic experience last night. Got a chance to meet a new real life trader, Mike Verpino. We got a chance to experience the third overtime win of the Nashville Predators. Man, that was, wow, the game ended at like 2 in the morning, 1:30 my time. So day trading this morning was excellent. But yeah, fantastic experience. Loved it. Great meeting Mike. So let's talk about the SPY really quick. What happened? What's going on today? Well, really back over here to the 29th of April. Just kind of resync what we were thinking, and at this point, this is pretty much a check mark on that analysis. So we have pulled back from the 29th of April about 3 to 5%, not quite 5, but in that range, very, very close to 3 at least, and we got down to the 50. So we're here at the 50. We got a little bit of a bullish candle. Can we bounce from here? Absolutely. Will we bounce from here? I truly don't know, but doing this makes a lot of sense. Trading a little bit higher. Not entirely sure if that in fact happens, but I can say at this point, here's what your long-term moving averages look like. Long-term moving averages, we're above those nicely. It would make sense that it would happen. We'll just have to see. My buddy Glenn Usher, as of a few days ago, got into a 210-211 bear call spread, which expires in 4 minutes. So Glenn, great trade, man. Awesome job. Well done. Let's hop over to the Qs, because I'm sure you guys want to know, am I going to get a mohawk or not? It's going to get close. It's going to get close. At the open of the day, the Qs were down farther, and I was telling my traders, it was really actually kind of shocking, but at the open this morning, we were down another 0.4, 0.5% from the close of yesterday, and still those Qs, the puts that I have still, the 105 long puts, were still not profitable. So I'm having to hold on to them. I did get into a put spread. I sold the 103.50 put expiring in 4 minutes to bring in premium while I wait for the Qs to roll down a little bit more. This might be as far as they go, honestly. But I'm going to leave my stop at 106.52. If the Qs hit that next week, I will be trading my head into a mohawk because I will not be profitable on the Qs spread. But this debit spread did at least help offset the losses a little bit that might occur, so I'm excited about that. And really at this particular point in time, we had a nice retest candle. Here's your exponential moving averages on the Qs. The 10 EMA is now approaching or pretty much right at my stop. So I think I'm going to leave my stop at 106.52 for a day or so. Might get stopped out. Here's what the hourly chart looks like on the Qs. And the 50 EMA on the hourly is 105.94. So I think we will trade up into that a little bit earlier next week and bump our head against it. And will we roll over? That I just do not know. Here's your weekly moving averages on the Qs. And again, the weekly moving averages were below all of them. We did not close below the 100 simple moving average on a weekly. Again, that was a support. And I would have exited the Qs, the spread this morning had they been profitable, but they weren't. So I didn't. So we'll see what happens on the Qs. Updating two other spreads that I'm in. Here's Costco, ticker symbol COST. And Costco, I had a 144, 145 bull put spread expiring in May. Unraveled that as of today because it did close below my exit price here at 146.08. So we pretty much are closing right on that particular price. Unraveled that particular credit spread. I'm not looking to make a killing on that by any means, but I think it could trade down here to 141.70. And if the Costco can make it down there, that spread will be profitable. I don't have any wager on that spread. I don't really have any wager on Apple. I only have the wager on the Qs, but we'll find out what happens. So here's the Qs, and we are getting really, really close to this one. So on Apple, have a 92.91 bull put spread. This is the support that a lot of people have on Apple, which is around 92.37. Here's randomly what I think is going to happen on the Qs. And as I mentioned this before, if a lot of people think something specific is going to happen on the market, everyone you talk to, everyone around you is in agreement with, oh yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, and that's what they're trading. honestly, it's probably exactly opposite of what's going to happen, as random as that sounds. It's just the way it works and kind of my experience. So everyone wants Apple to bounce down here at the support. Everyone sees how strong the support is. So there's a lot of people buying Apple down here. I'm not saying that's a bad trade by any means. Obviously, you can see I kind of hopped on some shares as well. But I like long-term Apple anyway. So regardless, here's what I think is going to happen on Apple. I think we're going to do something like this. And it's not going to go bearish. It's not going to go bullish because a lot of people want to go bearish. A lot of people want to go bullish. And I think it's just not going to do either one. That's a possibility. We'll find out. But as of right now, we didn't close below my support. I will see what Apple can do down here on this bull put spread. But if I need to, I will unravel. So I have 2 weeks left on that credit spread. Everything looks good as of right now. Some other trades. Here's Whole Foods. Whole Foods, if you're keeping an eye on this one, had a really good candle on earnings at a support. So here is Whole Foods. Oops, I don't want to pull that up. Whole Foods, as of this exact moment in time, really good candle on earnings, great volume. I did have a put sale over earnings. I did not mind owning shares on Whole Foods. That's going to expire worthless, I would assume, in 2 weeks. And just let that one go to options heaven. So I don't really see anything on that one. But for my share traders out there who like stock, Whole Foods at a really, really good support. If you want to buy some shares or buy some call options, it's entirely your call. Buy low, sell high. It's at a guaranteed, confirmed support with volume. Nice bullish candle, Morningstar reversal pattern. So if you're looking to buy low, sell high with good risk mitigation on Whole Foods, that would be my thought process on it. Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. Tesla today broke out of a really, really nice pivot pattern on earnings, traded down, and came into this reverse condor that I had on Tesla, and had the calls up here, as some of you guys remember. So really at this point, my analysis on Tesla as of today, and really as of yesterday, looking to buy the dip. So I think this pullback is a healthy pullback right here. I think it's a nice one. I think it's something expected. So on earnings, if you got a chance to exit this either yesterday or today for a gain overall in the entire trade, great. If not, you want to continue to hold on to, you've already purchased it, so just a bear put spread at this point. So if Tesla continues to go lower, that'll become a profitable position. But I'm keeping an eye on Tesla to see if it's going to bounce. I don't know if it bounces right where we are at this exact moment in time, but what I would like to see is a stock trade down to maybe 181.75, something like this, and buying the dip down there. That'd be fantastic. But anyway, on Tesla, definitely keeping an eye on it at this particular point to buy the bounce. I'm not looking to buy the bounce on FireEye, though. Ticker symbol FEYE, good night. Just got shredded on earnings, just totally smoked. A bunch of black candles, gapped down. This was a bearish retest gap, especially on the day trade level. And you can see this little upper shadow right here. It definitely retested. I got to give my boy Timmy a shout out. He's an absolutely phenomenal day trader. Look what he did to FireEye this morning. So this was a day trade that he placed, and it's safe to say that he made an R or two. So I believe his entry on FireEye, this is the 1 minute, was here by here on FireEye. Something pretty close to that is either that or it was this. One of those two. I can't remember the exact numbers, but regardless, yeah, he just absolutely smoked that one. So black candle on the daily chart, gaps down. Here's the retest. There's the rollover. FireEye worked really, really well for a lot of day traders on the bearish side. So what now? Well, black candle gap down. Niels is in bearish. We had a strangle over earnings on FireEye, as some of you might remember, and it gapped down today. That put, the $16 put, being fully in the money. So that was actually a very, very profitable options trade over earnings on FireEye. So at this point, I do think FireEye makes its way back down to 1177 or so. And then I don't know if this gap fills entirely, but it is a retest gap, bunch of black candles gapping down. So I would expect some magnitude of this, and I just don't know how strong that retest will be. Could we bounce off that support and trade up higher? Absolutely. Could we also roll over and continue lower on FireEye? Absolutely. Which one's going to happen? Not entirely sure. Just throw that out there. That's my analysis. Here's Loco, El Pollo Loco, and this stock had some crazy moves today. Really small little gap down. This was on earnings. This was also a retest gap. It also retested and also rolled over. Robert Meek, great virtual trade on El Pollo Loco. He was day trading out today. Great job, man. What happens with El Pollo Loco? Well, it's in a channel. So here's some support. Here's some resistance. And honestly, buy low, sell high. You know, if it does this and bounces, buy it. If it does this and breaks down, go bearish. That's really about it on El Pollo Loco. It is since September, has been in a nice burrito-looking channel for quite some time. GoPro also had a gap down today. GoPro, a lot of volume came in on this one today. We had a nice little triangle pattern on GoPro, and the 100 simple moving average just acted as an amazing resistance. Giant shocker that GoPro was down on earnings. We are again on GoPro back down to this support level though. So here is my analysis this morning. I did not trade GoPro today, but the analysis was GoPro, I'll be patient, could fade. It's into a decent support. Simply meaning a fade is when the stock fills the gap, which that's exactly what GoPro did. So if you got a chance to actually be bullish at open, you made some money on GoPro. What now? I don't have anything on GoPro other than this little support right there, and keep an eye on it. I'm always a little bit bearish on GoPro. Just kind of keep an eye on it. Let's look at some financial stocks just as an update. Deutsche Bank. So this is the one that we talked a while ago, about a month ago, down here to buy. And because again, it was at this nice little support, well, it traded up into the target one, hit the 100 simple moving average, and sold off. So Daniel Westerholm, great trade on Deutsche Bank. A lot of other traders made some money on DB. So I'm looking to pick it up again if it can make it back down to 15 bucks. I don't know if it does, but here's the higher lows. Here's the relative support. I'd like it to trade down to here, and honestly, I'll look to do this. Boom, cash money. That's what I'm expecting. What will happen? Again, I truly do not know. Could Deutsche Bank at some point break out of that triangle and continue lower? Of course it could. Will it? I'm not sure. Credit Suisse, ticker symbol CS. Same kind of setup. So Credit Suisse in a little bit of a channel. Last time we issued the buy analysis was down here. Trade to the top of the channel, which is the resistance. So at this point, I'm looking to pick it up at $13 if it trades back down to there again, just to play the channel. Buy low, sell high, looking for some quick profits. Let me hop over to 2 day trades really quick that we also looked at. Today was another monumental day, ladies and gentlemen. We ended with a legendary week on the trading room. I mean, it was almost every trade we took was profitable. Such a solid week. 10.5 hours for the week / for the month. Incredible. Loving it. So Bank of California, I'm pretty sure a Bavarian squirrel could have made money on this trade today. So this was a really solid, perfect bearish gap and go. Stock gaps down. It was a 5-minute candle. Looks like this. Giant bullish candle. Take a break below there. Put your stop somewhere up in this general area and make money. So great trade for those who did take that. Sean Bennett was looking at playing it. I was looking at playing it. I missed the entry by 1 American penny. Just didn't get filled. It's okay. We ended up making money on another trade. I'll show you that in just a second. But shout out to Stephen King, Abbott, a lot of other traders. Brian Knoll made some money on Bank of California, so great job. Data, one of the fastest trades that we've taken in the real life trading room in history was DATA. We shorted this one within about 2 minutes of the market being open. So white candle, gapped down, barely broke through that support. It was down about 8% or so at market open. I'm gonna have to show you the 1-minute chart for this one because this was just flawless analysis on the traders who were in the room. So what we were looking at is we wanted to break below the low of that candle right there. We had a limit sell based on pre-market data actually. So I had some pre-market data up. Here's the pre-market data. And had a limit sell right there with a stop right there on DATA. Got filled on the pullback right there, and it rolled over into 2 hours about an hour later. So DATA, solid setup, another great little move right there. So I got to give a shout out to Sheila who traded both BANC and data. Sheila, fantastic trade. You'll be getting this when you wake up in the morning because you're over there in Taiwan and you crushed it today. Ladies and gentlemen, and a monumentally explosive week. I'm really, really excited. One other thing I'm pretty pumped about, check this out. If you hop over to a little website called noisetrade.com, I had the privilege of being on the front page of the educational tab. So if you can type in retire on 3K into noisetrade.com, boom, holla at your boy. Download a free copy if you want it, if you want to check it out, if you want to read it, if you want any of your friends and family to read it. It's there, it's free, you can click on it, you can read it. It's pretty fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next weekend, and until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade. See you.